network is a bit disturbing you. Okay, so let's pick Dorcas. Dorcas, can you read for us? Dorcas?
Yes, teacher.
Read the question.
Can read.
Michelle went to Kenjoy supermarket and bought the following items: 3 kilograms of beans at 2,600 shillings each kilogram, 2 plates at 1,500 shillings each, 5 books at 1,000 shillings each, 2 geometry sets for 1,500 shillings each. How much money does she spend altogether?
Very good. So yes, that is the question that I have given you. So Michelle went to Kenjoy supermarket and bought the following items. She bought 3 kilograms of beans, but each kilogram of beans, they are selling it at 2,600 shillings. Then she bought 2 plates at 1,500 shilling each plate. Then she bought 5 books at 1,000 each book. And then she bought 2 geometry sets at 1,500 shilling each. Now they're asking, how much money did Michelle pay for all the items that she has bought? This is what we had already looked at, and it was one of the questions that I gave you. Let me just hear explanation from some of you what you did. What did you do? How did you get the total amount of money altogether? Elizabeth, what did you do, Elizabeth?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, what did you do in this number? How did you get the total amount of money?
I caught the total items and added them and added the price.
Yes, how have you been getting it is what we want to know. How did you get the total amount?
You get the 2,600 shillings each kilogram. Then you first calculate the 3 kilograms.
Okay, how did you calculate the amount for 3 kilograms?
I put 2,600 times 3.
Very good. That is the point I want. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. So if you, yes, Elizabeth, thank you. May God bless you. That's the point I wanted Elizabeth to answer. How did you get the amount of 3 kilograms of beans? How did you get the amount of 2 plates? How did you get the total amount of 5 books? So she has been telling us to get the money we spent on beans, we multiply. To get the amount of money we are spending on plates, we multiply. Because here they are saying each year means 1. So let me just try to go through this very briefly, just like now what I expected you to do, you do it in summary form. To get the total expenditure, that is the total amount, the bill that you are going to pay. So you come here and say, I have the first item, you can write there beans. This is what I expected you to do. The first item, you write there beans. Now, you go back and interpret 1 kilogram of beans is 1,200. You can just do this. Okay, this is, you can use a summary form. It is 2,600 shilling. Now you are working out to get the total amount of money that you will spend altogether. And then Elizabeth said we multiply 2,600 by 3 to get the amount spent on 3 kilograms of beans. So let me pick someone to multiply for us that. Somebody has a very funny name, which I don't want to mention. You can get scared when I mention the name. Let's pick Chloe. Chloe, please. Chloe, can you unmute and we multiply so that we get the amount of. Chloe, we have 2,600. We are multiplying by 3. So can we multiply together, Chloe?
We first put our sidewalk.
Okay. Okay, let's multiply from here
Then
direct now.
you 0 multiplied by 3. You put 3 balls and 0, and that's a 0 because 0 is not.
3 times 0 is equals to 0, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so here we put 0. 3 times 0 is 0. Then we go to another 3 times 0. What do we get?
0.
0. Very good. Then we go to 3 times 6. What do we get?
12.
Try to multiply properly. You can write 3 groups and then put 6 items in it and count all together. 3 times 6. Are you sure it is 12? Are you sure? Can we hear from Wandera? Wandera, what is 3 times 6?
12. I mean 18.
It is 18. Very good. So 3 times 6 is 18. Then we write 8 and we regroup 1. We are going to regroup 1 because from 18 we have just written 8. Then you come to 3 times 2. 3 times 2, Wandera, what do we get? Emery?
6.
Sorry. Okay, we get 6. Remember, we have 1 that we are going to add to 6. So 6 plus 1, we get here 7. So our answer for 3 kilograms of beans, the total amount of money for 3 kilograms of beans is 7,800. Now, that one you have finished for beans. Now you go to another and you can rule, you can divide your thing like this. Then you go to another items. You just write the item on top there that is plates. Also for plates, they are saying that 1 kilogram, I mean 1 plate is at 1,500. So here you multiply 1,500 times 2, which I'm going to pick someone also to multiply 1,500 times 2, so that you get the total amount of money for 2 plates. So you multiply. So here you are looking for how much money Michelle spent all together. Now let me get someone here to multiply for us that. Okay, Juliet, can you unmute and multiply for us? Juliet, are you able? Okay, Joel, can you multiply for us, Joel?
2 times 0 equals 0.
Good.
2 times 0 equals 0.
Good.
2 times 5 equals 10. We write 0.
What do I write?
We write 0 and we carry 1.
Okay.
2 times 1 equals 2.
Okay,
Plus.
2 plus 1 that you have carried.
Yes.
So what do we get?
3.
3. So how much have we spent on 2? How much have we spent on 2 plates?
1.
How much have we spent on 2 plates? 3,000 shillings. Very good. So we have spent 3,000 shillings on plates. That is very good. So we are going to the next item. The next item is books. So you see, you need to get the total amount of money for all the items you have bought. So you go to books. Now let me pick Arthur to work out for us the one for books. Arthur, can you come on and get for us the money we are spending on books, Arthur? So each book, Arthur, each book is, Arthur, please, Arthur, each book is, Arthur, where are you? Can you be able to talk to us so that you get for us the amount of money spent on books? Arthur, are you able? Oh no, Arthur. Okay, can we pick Paul? Paul Moses? Can we work out Paul? Okay, Boniface? Boniface?
Yes, teacher.
Let's work out the money we are spending on 5 books. Each book is 1,000. How about 5 books?
Times 5.
Okay.
5 times 0 equals 0.
Okay.
5 times 0 equals 0.
Okay.
0 again.
Okay.
Then 5.
5 times 1 is
5.
5. So the amount of money you have spent on books is also 5,000. Have we finished the item? We still have geometry sets. Let me just write it as sets. We still have geometry sets. Geometry sets, we are buying 2 of them, but each set is 1,500. So here, each set is 1,500. Yet we are going to buy 2 sets. So how much money are we going to pay for 2 geometry sets? So here also you multiply. So when you multiply 2 times 0, you will get here 0. 2 times 0, you will get here also 0. And then you have 2 times 5, which gives you 10. You write 0 and you regroup 1. Then 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1 that you have carried, which gives you 3. Now, the money now you know, your expenditure, your expenditure on beans, 3 kilograms of beans, your expenditure on plates, your expenditure on books and on geometry sets. So in this case now, you are supposed to get the total expenditure, the total bill, the money that you have spent altogether on those items. So for you now to get the money that you have spent altogether, you add these ones that you have been multiplying. For example, number 1, you will add 7,800. Here we are looking for the bill now. 7,800. I don't know whether you people will be able to see. I didn't manage my space properly, but let me try. So we are looking for the total bill. Then we have the next item, plates. We have spent 3,000. You add. Then we have the next item. We have spent 5,000. You add. Okay, Moses, please, can you? Okay, we have 5,000 on books, and finally we have also spent 3,000 on sets. Now, don't forget to write the unit for shilling, please. Don't forget to write each of them. They have the unit for shilling. Make sure you write shillings. Make sure you write the unit, because we are talking about money. Write the unit. And what else do we do? Because we are adding, make sure you write your addition sign. Then you begin adding. 0 plus 0, there you get 0. Here you shall get 0. Then the second one also, 0 plus 0, we shall get 0. Now the third one is 8 plus 0, which we shall get 8. Then finally we shall have 7 plus 3. Yes, Joel, can you tell us 7 plus 3, Joel? What is 7 plus 3?
10.
10. And then 10 plus 5, Joel? 10 plus 5?
15.
15. Then 15 plus 3?
18.
18. So
18.
here we have 18. Now, meaning that the total money that you have spent, your expenditure that you have spent or Michelle has spent in Kenjoy supermarket is 18,800. Now, if you look at part B, they are asking if she went with the 20,000 shilling note, how much was her balance? Now, yes, Marianne, how do you get the balance now, Marianne? How do we get now the balance? You went with the 20,000, but you have spent only 18,800. So how do we get the balance? Arthur, how do we get the balance? Arthur? We take away. Very good. So here, good. So here for you to find your balance, the money you went with is 20,000. The money you went with is 20,000. Then you take away the money you have spent. The money you have spent is 18,800 shilling. So you take away, and then there you will be able to know how much money you are going to remain with. So this is very important. It has been very important. Don't worry. It has been very important for us to learn this. So members, now we can go ahead. The rest of the numbers, please make sure you do them. That is how you will be doing when you find such questions. So make sure you answer all. There were only two numbers. There were only two numbers for you to do it, but that is how you were supposed to do. Now, this takes us now to what we are going to look at today. What we are going to look at today is not far away from what you have learned. What we are going to look at today is not far away from what we have already learned. So today they are going to give us question in table form. They are going to give us question in table form. Now, in table form, they will ask us to complete the shopping bill. We are going to prepare our shopping bill in table form. Are you getting me? So how do they do this? What are we going to be doing in this lesson? So in this lesson, you will be able to find the unit price. In table form, you will get what we call the unit price or the price per one item. So you will be able to get the unit price using the total cost given and the quantity. The second point is you will also be finding the total cost, because in the table you shall find the total cost, we shall find the unit cost, we shall find the quantity and even the items. So one of them will be missing and they will be asking you to find. So you will be able to find the total cost. Then after, you will be able to work out the quantity. These are some of the things that we are going to find missing in the table once we are filling our table. So the next thing now is always when we are filling the table, for example, if I bring the table like this, or let's just look at this point and then we go to the table. But remember what I'm doing here. Remember what I'm doing here. Okay. Can I pick Alela to read for us what we are writing there? Alela, can you write? Can you read? Alela, can you read? Yes. Can you read those points, please?
Always remember to get total cost multiplied quantity by the
unit cost.
By the unit cost. Total cost is equal to unit cost times quantity.
All on a bit. So here, when the total cost is missing, you will be multiplying the unit cost times the quantity to get that total cost which is missing. Continue. Hey, you have gone off. Oh, Della, please. Della, can you read the second point, Della?
To get unit cost, divide the total cost by the quantity.
You are far away from whatever you are using. With your volume was very low. Can you repeat reading?
To get unit cost, divide the total cost by the quantity.
Yes, so when we are going to get the total, I mean the unit cost from the table, when the unit cost is missing, we are going to divide the total cost divided by the quantity. All this we shall find it in the table. Then the third point is, Bades, can you read the third point, Bades? Bades, you're not reading. Sorry about that. Can we get from Opolot? Opolot, can you read the third point? Opolot, Raymond?
Yes, please, teacher.
Read for us the third point.
To get the quantity, divide the total amount by the unit cost.
Very good. So in the table, let me now summarize all what you have been reading. Thank you, Raymond. In the table now, if you go to our table and we find that total cost is missing, we shall be multiplying the unit cost given times the quantity given. There we shall get the total cost. If we go to the unit cost and we find that the unit cost is missing, we shall get the total cost given divided by the quantity given. Then the third one, if we find the quantity is missing, we shall get the total cost, we shall divide it by the unit cost. So this is what you should remember when we go to the example. Please make sure you remember, because I'm going to be asking any one of you to tell us what we are going to do to fill what is missing. So let's go and look at it. So finally, you add all those prices, there you will get the bill. You will get the total bill. And then after getting the total bill, it means you have completed your table correctly. So let's look at how the question is set. How is this question set? Example 1. Example 1, they are saying the bill below was prepared by a primary 5 pupil. Use it to answer the questions that follow. The question is saying the bill below was prepared by a primary 5 pupil. Use it to answer the questions that follow. So let's see. The first question is saying complete the bill correctly. Complete the bill correctly. Aha. Now the table is there. Let me fill in the table. Let me fill in what is there. We have the items, we have the quantity, we have the unit cost. This is what we are talking about. Now, if you try to look through my table, you will realize that there are some dashes that I have put, like on the first, we have Omo, we have the item Omo. So a P5 pupil prepared this bill and said, Mommy, I want Omo. The quantity, how many sackets do you want? The pupil said, I want 2 sackets of Omo. Now, each sacket, the unit cost here means each. It means the cost per sacket. Learners, are you following me? This is how the table is prepared. Here you have the item, you have the quantity that you need, you have the unit cost, and then the total cost. So if you have 2 sackets of Omo, each sacket you have bought at 1,000, how much will you pay for 2 sackets? That is called the total cost. Who can remember? What do we do to get the total cost? Remember, Rooney, what are we going to do to get that total cost?
Yeah.
Rooney, please. Rooney, what are we going to do to get the total cost? Rooney? Okay. Ruth, you can also talk. Ruth?
We shall
Those points I've already given you. Desmond, what are we going to do? Desmond, what are we going to do?
We are going to divide.
We said when the total cost is the one missing, the unit cost here means the cost of one circuit. If one circuit is 1,000, to get the cost of 2 circuits, are we supposed to divide members? Princess, what are we supposed to do? Princess?
Yes,
What are we supposed to do to get our price, the total cost for the Omo?
we get the unit cost times quantity.
Very good, Princess. So members, for us to fill in this gap, we are going to multiply the unit cost times quantity. Very good, Princess. That is what I told you to remember. Let's go to the next item. The next item is maize flour. They have said, this maize flour also. What did they say? Imani Abudala.
Yes, please, teacher.
What is missing in the maize flour? What is missing? We have the quantity. The quantity is missing. So, Abudala, how do we get the quantity which is missing?
You divide 3,000 by 9,000.
Oh, you divide 9,000 by 3,000. It is 9,000 divided by 3,000. So that is total cost divided by the quantity. Very good. Very good. So that is what I told you to keep on remembering. Let's go to the next item. The next item, I want someone to take us through the next item. Tamale, take us through the next item. Tamale.
Chicken.
Okay.
Chicken.
Yes, chicken, and you are buying how many birds?
2 birds.
But did they give you the cost of each bird?
No.
So how do we get the cost of each bird according to our table?
We divide the cost.
Claire can also help you. Claire can also help you. Claire, here in chicken, the unit cost is missing. So how do we get the unit cost, Claire?
We divide 3,000 shillings by 2.
Very good. Now, so members, that is what I told you in the other point, that please always remember. Now, let's go back and start working out. Let's go back and start working out. Now, let me start working out. I want to explain this table for you. The good thing, you have been participating. How now do you fill in? Now, you don't just write here the answers. For us who are going to mark, the examiners want to know, how will you get this money? You have already said you are going to multiply for Omo. You have already said you are going to divide for maize flour. Also, you said you are going to divide for chicken. So the examiners, those who are going to mark your exam, want to see, how did you multiply? How did you divide? So that is what is very important. Now, here you come down here, they always give you the space. So when you come down here, write the item first. The item is Omo. Omo. Now, for the purpose of explaining, I want you to understand, in Omo, what is missing is called total cost. So here you come and write total cost. In Omo, what is missing is the total cost. So our total cost, so total cost is equals to, we multiply unit cost. We multiply unit cost. I'm just now explaining. You multiply unit cost times what? Sorry, unit cost times the quantity. So that is to get the total cost for the 2 Omo, the 2 circuits of Omo that they have, that you have prepared to buy. So you multiply. So in this one, the total cost is equals to unit cost times the quantity. Let me write it properly. Let me write it properly so that you can be able to see clearly. So I said in number 1, we are missing what we call Omo. Now for us to get Omo, what is missing under OMO is total cost. What is missing under OMO is total cost. So you say total cost is equals to, we are multiplying unit cost times quantity. Let me write quantity in short form. So what is our total cost for OMO? I mean, what is our unit cost? Our unit cost is 1,000. Let me now multiply it vertically. Let me now use my pen. Let me now use my pen. So what is here is, now under this, we have now 1,000 as our unit cost. So you write here 1,000. I hope some of you have already finished even as I'm explaining to others, because you have already gone through this work. Okay, times the quantity is 2 circuits. You do it like that. So here we have 0. Here we have also 0. We are multiplying 2 times 0. 2 times 0, we get 0. Then 2 times 2, we get, 2 times 1, we get 2. So our 2 circuits of OMO here, you come and fill in here. You come and fill in here 2,000. Okay, so there you are done with the 2 circuits of OMO. Then you rule this. The space is given to you. Utilize it properly. So you come to the second item is maize flour. You come here and write maize. Come here and write your maize flour like that. Okay. So maize flour, what is missing? What do you want from maize flour? I want quantity. So quantity for maize flour, let me write quantity in short form. Quantity here, we are going to have total cost. Total cost divided by. Are you getting that? It is total cost divided by. So here you come and write your divide. You can use this, or it can be out of. Divide by unit cost. Divide by unit cost. So here you divide by unit cost. Now, you come down and now start dividing. What is your total cost for maize flour? Class, what is our total cost? Mirembe, can you talk and I hear you? What is our total cost for maize flour? Claire?
Pardon, teacher.
What is the total cost for maize flour, Claire?
2,000
It is
shillings.
the total cost for maize flour.
2,000 kilograms.
Oh, are you looking at, we are now in the second column, second row. Yes. So the total cost is 9,000. So you divide 9,000 divide by 3,000 to get the quantity for maize flour. You divide it like that.
Yes.
Now, in this case, when we have 9,000 out of 3,000, we can begin dividing the zeros.
Yes.
Each of these can be divided by 10. That is why teachers always tell you that, okay, here there are 3 zeros up and 3 zeros down. You can divide them by 10. Like 9,000 divided by 10, it remains only 900. Then 3,000 also divide by 10, it remains also only 300. You continue dividing by 10. You continue dividing by 10. You see, the 3 zeros have gone. So you will realize that you have remained with 9 out of 3. So I want somebody now to tell me 9 divided by 3. Calvin, what is 9 divided by 3? Calvin?
9 divided by 3. 9 divided by was.
Yes, Calvin?
It equals 3.
Very good. It is equals to 3. So that means the kilograms of maize, here you come and fill 3. So you see, you are now filling in the table. Now you go to the last item. The last item is chicken. The last item is chicken. So you write here your chicken. You write here your chicken. Good. Now, under chicken, what is missing? Under chicken, the unit cost is missing. So you are supposed to find the unit cost under chicken. You are supposed to find the unit cost. And you know, for you to get the unit cost, you divide, because we said unit cost is equals to total cost. Sorry, total cost. You divide it by quantity. I'm going to put it out of. I'm going to use out of because there the space is has gone. I've run out of the space, so it will be out of quantity. So you can use out of because this is the same as divide by, out of quantity. So for us to get the unit cost for chicken, like one bird is how much? So the total of 2 birds is 30,000. So here you write 30,000. Are you seeing that? Here you write your 30,000 divide by how many birds have you bought? How many birds have you bought? You bought 2 birds. So you divide by 2. Now 2 has no zeros, meaning that we can start dividing from the highest place value, which is 3. So if you have here 2 birds like this, and you are giving 3, 2 people giving 3, we are dividing 3 divided by 2. So you realize that if I count here 3, each of them will get 1, 1, meaning that 3 divided by 2, it is 1. And I've remained with it 1. So what you have remained with, you push it there next. It becomes 10. Then 10 divided by 2, you can also count 10 divided by 2. Let me get from Balega. Balega, what is 10 divided by 2? Uh, 10 divided by 2, Prime, Galaxy, what is 10 divided by 2? Okay. You are still dividing? Okay. Some of you are still dividing 10 divided by 2. Christabel, what is 10 divided by 2? It is 5. Very good. So here we have 5. So meaning that we have the 3 zeros here. These 3 zeros, make sure you divide it by 2 also. Like 0 divided by 2 is 0. Also 0 divided by 2 is 0. And then 0 divided by 2 is 0. So here you will find that the unit cost for the chicken is, you find that the unit cost for our chicken for 1 bird is 15,000. So meaning each bird cost 15,000. So you bought each bird at 15,000. Then you come and fill here. You come and fill here your 15,000. So this is how you fill the table. Now here they are asking you to get the total expenditure. How much money have you spent? So in this case, you come under total here and you add all this amount of money. Okay, you come under total here, you add. So you have here 0 plus 0, you will get there 0. Okay, you also have 0 plus 0 plus 0, you'll get there 0. You are now filling your total expenditure, how much you have spent for all these items you have bought. Then also you have 0 plus 0, you will get there 0. Now here you have 2 plus 9. What is 2 plus 9, Opolot? Opolot, what is 2 plus 9? Okay, Opolot is not there. Mugisa, please, what is 2 plus 9? The way some of you have named yourself. Okay, okay. So 2 plus 9, we shall get there 11. So 11, we write 1 and we regroup 1. So when that one we have regrouped, we can add it to 3 so that we get 4. So your total expenditure for all these items that you prepared is 41,000 shillings. That is your total expenditure, 41,000 shillings. So members, this is how you fill that table. When the total cost is missing, you make sure you multiply. Okay. Can hear some people crying. Let me look for them and see why are they crying. Okay. 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 So I was now explaining, but then somebody interrupted me as I was explaining. Okay. I still have them. Very many. Junior did not unmute. Christabel did not unmute. Okay. Now, members, this is how we fill the bill table. The main thing is you need to know what is missing in my table. Let's do a recap of this. Our Omo was missing the total cost, but each cost, the unit cost here, members, unit cost, this one, sometimes they call it unit cost or unit price, this one means the cost per circuit for this case, the cost per circuit. The unit cost here means the cost per kilogram. The unit cost here means the cost per bird, per one, like one bird cost how much. So that is what we are trying to do. So therefore, if you are missing the total cost and the unit cost is given and the quantity, you multiply like we have done in Omo. Members, can you see? Follow your screen. Like we have done in Omo. We have multiplied to get the total cost, which I filled it in red. So the examiner, the person who is going to mark, is coming to see under Omo, you have multiplied, you have put there 2,000, you get your mark. Then you come to maize flour. Maize flour, the quantity is missing, but they have told you that 1 kilogram of maize flour is 3,000. Now you have used 9,000 to buy. You have used 9,000 to buy how many kilograms, which they have not given. So you come here under maize flour, you divide 9,000 divided by 3 to get the quantity. So even when you want the unit cost, also you divide the total cost divided by the quantity. So actually, when you are filling unit cost and you are filling quantity, you divide. When you are filling under total, you multiply. So that is what you have to make sure you remember. So let us go to our second example, and it is where you are going now majorly to participate, and we summarize from there. The second example is yours, not mine. It is where we are going. So get ready for the second example. At least for me, I've done one number and I've passed it. Okay, so this one is what we have done. You realize that, okay. Sorry, let me go back there. So this is what we have done. Under Omo, because they wanted total, we have multiplied. Under maize flour, they wanted the unit cost, the quantity, we have divided. Under chicken, which they are saying 2 birds, also we have divided. Then our total cost for all these maize flour, Omo, and chicken, the total cost is 41,000 shillings. So members, that's how we fill in the table. So when you do this, make sure you don't leave this place blank. Make sure you pick your 2,000 here, you go and put it under total cost. You come and pick your 3 kilograms here, you come and put it here. You come and pick your 15,000 here, you put it there. And your 41,000, you fill in there because they told you to complete the bill. So when you leave it empty without completing, you will not get any marks. Okay, so I hope you have been following me there. So let's look at that number now. Let's look at that number 2. Okay, in number 2, what are they trying to tell us in number 2? Yes, in number 2, what are they trying to tell us? Esther, can you read for us number 2, which I'm putting? Esther, read. Natch 10, please.
Complete the bio table below.
Okay. Can you read what is in the table?
Complete the item, quantity, unit price, total cost, item, soda, beans, milk,
Okay, Trina, can you also come in and complete? I think the network, we have lost her. Network. Trina, can you complete the reading?
Item, quantity, unit price, total cost,
books,
soda,
the quantity,
for bottles, shillings, 800 each. The cost was shillings.
Hello, teacher.
Okay, so Alex, can you also, now Alex, this is the next question to you. Trina, thank you so much.
Yes.
So Alex, here we are saying that complete the bill table below. So you need to study the table carefully and look at what is missing in the table because they want you to complete. For example, Alex, when we come under soda, what is missing under soda, Alex?
Total cost.
Total cost. So how are we going to get the total cost, Alex?
We are going to multiply unit
Okay.
cost times quantity.
Very good, Alex. Thank you for that. You have already answered your part. Let's go to Aisha. Aisha, can you come on? Aisha. Message Aisha. Please, when I pick you, answer like your friends. You see your friends are talking very well. Eh? Your friends are talking very well. Aha. Tell me the second one, we have beans. Under items, we have beans. So what is missing? When you follow that row for beans, what is missing? Carol? Carol, can you come on? Carol?
No.
Meanwhile, others keep on doing us.
The total cost is missing.
So how do we get that total cost? Yes, Carol. How do we get the total cost which is missing? Carol?
We multiply.
Very good. We multiply. So you are going to multiply the unit cost times the quantity or quantity times the unit cost. Let me go to the next person, Joanna. Joanna, please. Joanna, let's go to Milik. Joanna.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, Milik. What is missing under Milik? What is missing?
The unit price.
The unit price. So how do we calculate the unit price?
We
Joanna?
we divide the total cost divide by quantity. Get total cost divide by quantity.
Very good, very good, very good, very good, very good. Total cost divided by quantity. Thank you. Let's go to another person that is, okay, I'm seeing again, okay. Nicole, yes, Nicole, can we go to books, Nicole?
Quantity, books.
Okay, quantity is missing. So Nicole, how do we get that quantity of books which is missing?
We divide the total price minus, we divide total cost divided by unit cost.
Very good. Total cost divided by unit cost to get the quantity. Thank you, learners. Thank you so much. Now, this number 2, I want you to feel it.
Yes.
As your friends have been saying. Your friends have been saying. So I want you to feel it. So here you come. This is how you are going to be doing it. Let me just summarize. Let me summarize and then ask you some few questions if you have. So this is how you are supposed to show the working, please. You come here and say the item is soda. So you come here, the space is always provided for you. So you come here and write soda. Okay, you write here soda and you can underline. So under soda, you find that the total cost is missing. So for you to get the total cost, we say total cost equals to unit cost times quantity. So under soda, you can even summarize by multiplying. So you say under soda, I'm going to multiply. So you have already understood that if you want the total cost, you multiply. So here you have your 800 shillings. You have your 800 shillings. You multiply it by 4 bottles to see how much you will pay altogether for 4 bottles, because that is what you have prepared. Multiply this and get that answer. Then you go to the next item. Go to the next item. The next item, you write it on top. You say, I have the next item is beans. Then you write here beans. You write here beans. Okay. Under beans, what is missing? Still, under beans, total cost is missing. For you to get the total cost, you multiply. Whether you are given fraction, whether you have given whole numbers, you have to multiply. So it is here you can say total cost times the quantity. So here you have your, you say unit cost times the quantity. For this case, our quantity is in fraction. It is just a half. So you multiply a half times 1,600. You multiply it. Remember I told you this is your work. So that one you are done. Please make sure you get the answer. Please make sure you get the answer. The next item you go to milk. Next item you go to milk. Good. So when you come to milk, you see what is missing under milk, the unit cost. So for me to get the unit cost, remember I told you to keep on remembering the other thing. So it is the total cost, which is 3,600, which is 3,600. You divide it by the quantity, which is 3. And you get the answer here. You get the answer here. So whatever answer you are getting here, you go back and fill it in the table because they told you to complete the table. Then the last item, you have books. So you have already told me that for me to get books, for me to get the quantity for books, I am going to divide 3,000 because that's the total cost. Total cost, which is 3,000 divided by 500, which is for each book, 500 shillings. So then you get the answer here. You write it, then you go and fill it there. Now, after filling in this one, then you have to add all this to get this total bill. So that is how you are going to be filling the table whenever you find these questions. So I'm not doing for you these ones, but of course, when you are multiplying, some of you may be having difficulties in multiplying fraction. So when you have a half times 1,600, it means that this 2, you can divide it by 1,600. You can divide 2 divided by 2, you say it is 1, and then you say 16 divided by 2. I don't know 16 divided by 2, whether someone can help us. 16 divided by 2. Do we have anyone to help us with the 16 divided by 2? Anthony? Anthony, please. Anthony, no. Okay. Okay. So Anthony, let me continue. So members, this is how here you get your 8, Then the 2 zeros also you divide by 2. So meaning that a half kilogram of beans, you are going to pay 800 shilling. So that's the total cost of a half kilogram of beans. So you come here and fill your 800 shilling. This is what I mean. This is what I'm meaning that you are supposed to be doing. Then here also, when you multiply 4 bottles times 800, you will get here 4 times 0, you get 0. 4 times 0, you get 0. Then 4 times 8, you get your 32. So you write here your 2. I hope members are hearing me. You write here your 2, and then your 3 here. So meaning that bottles of soda, you have bought it at 3,200. Are you seeing? So this is how you are going to be filling in the table. Otherwise, learners, thank you so much. Unless there is any question, you are highly welcome. Any question, learners, that you may want me to answer, you are free to ask. Any question that you want me to answer, you are free to ask. Now, let me talk to Ruth Ankunda. Ruth Ankunda, can you unmute? Because again, you are the host. Ruth Ankunda, can you? Yes. Go to my name. Go to Teacher Tony. Click where there is more. Touch on my name and click more. And you make me the host. Make me the host. So when you click on more, you will find, thank you so much. I think Charles, okay. Charles was the host, and then I think he went off, and that's how he, okay, that is okay. Thank you. So learners, this is where we are going to end for now. If you have any question, please, you can go ahead and ask. Let me just have some few to answer some few questions. Otherwise, our timer has gone.
Hello, teacher.
Hello?
Yes, please. Okay, so I wanted us to talk one by one. Maybe let me keep asking. Like Aaron, do you have any question?
How do
Aaron?
you? Yes, teacher.
Yeah, you can go ahead and ask.
How do you submit work on Google Classroom?
Okay, how do you submit work on Google Classroom? Now, when you want to submit your work on Google Classroom, for example, the assignment that we give you, one, you go to your classwork, you go and click on classwork. When you click on classwork, you are going to find there what they are calling the assignment. So when you click on assignment, you do your work. After doing the work, then you click on, there is a word called add work. You click on add work. Then if you have taken a photo, you upload. Then after uploading, you click on the word turn in. But to answer all those questions you have asked, if you are on WhatsApp, I'm going to post there a recording. There's a recording that we have that helps you to submit your work. So I'm going to send it to our WhatsApp group. So you will hear how you can submit your work. So let's, if we don't have any other question, I think we are going to end there. I think we are going to end there. How about Moses? Moses, do you have any question? So otherwise, learners, you can just say bye-bye to your friends and we end there.
Thank